Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to Dazza, and today I am doing my very first Brian Simpson reaction video. And if you've watched this channel before, you will know that I absolutely love comedy in all forms. It could be stand-up comedy, it could be a comedy show, a sketch show, it could be a 30-second YouTube short. It can be in any form, but I love to laugh. One thing that I will say is that, like, if you've got a stand-up comedian that can have me laughing to the point where tears are coming out of my eyes, that, like, then, like, I will watch you. I will find every video that you've ever done on YouTube, and I will watch and support you until the end of my days. And I've found a few of them on YouTube, that some of them that are more well known than others. But for example, like Joe Coy, I've watched some of his, and like this is someone that I had no idea who he was going into it, and he had me in stitches. Same for people like Ismo, the Finnish comedian. Some of his had me really laughing along. And when it comes to stand-up comedy, I've watched a lot over the years, a lot more British than American. So I'm talking people like Lee Evans and Peter Kay, Roy Chubby Brand, Jim Davison, a lot of the older stand-up comedians, not so much any of the newer comedians, but not really many of the American ones. The American ones would have been more like Kevin Hart or Eddie Murphy, and more of the well-known ones. Some Chris Rock, not as much people like Dave Chappelle, but I want to go through them, and I want to find these ones. So it's like more of the unknown comedians, and I get the feeling I'm going to watch some, and where some people in the crowd are going to be laughing their head off, I'm just going to look at it and go, that's just not funny. Or there might be somewhere the audience doesn't find it that funny, but I'm going to find it hilarious because I have a weird sense of humour. But yeah, one thing that I want to do on this channel is I want to do more female comedians. That I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that I've watched a lot over the years. I haven't. I personally think that male stand-up comedians are funnier than female stand-up comedians, but this is based on the ones that I've seen. That, like, from what I've picked at, there's not really been that many females that have made me laugh out loud, and I want to find them because I know they're out there, and I know that there are female comedians that can have me in stitches as well. So yeah, I need to find them, and I've been rambling on there for far too long, so we're going to get straight into this video. If there's any other comedians you want me to do, let me know in the comments down below.
when you when you find your drugs, when you find your drugs and your stuff, like your drugs, the temptation to do them is tenfold. You know, it's something activate in you where you just like, yeah, this is from 2011. I know there's no fentanyl in this. You know? You just get hypnotized. One minute you're going through a box you haven't opened since 2 moves ago, and the next minute you Googling, does acid expire? And then you just on acid. You know? Then you're like, oh shit, I got a show, and then you're... Yeah, you just stuck in the wrong mindset for work, you know? Because you can't lie to yourself on certain substances. You know what I figured out? I figured out why I turned off the Amber Alerts, you know, and it's... yours are off too, motherfucker, stop playing. Out here being judgmental, you know. Because at first I thought it was because I'm a terrible person. It's like, oh, you know, you get a notification, and you're like, oh, someone's thinking of me, and then you grab your phone, and you're like, oh, it's just missing children, you know? But the real reason I turned them off is just because, you know, they never tell you if they found them. And I just don't think the administration should be able to inject suspense into my life, right? With no conclusion. But like, I did my part. I went outside, I looked for a silver Ford Focus. You know, I'd like an update. I don't think that's too much to ask. I pay taxes.
That is messed up. I mean, we don't have the Amber Alerts here in the UK, but could you imagine though that, like, you get an alert on your phone that, like, 6-year-old child missing, last seen in this car, and you go out searching, like, I've been searching for 3 days. When are they going to tell me if this child's been found or not?
Being real honest with myself. You know what else I realized I'm not really against slavery. Yeah. I did a lot of thinking and I realized what I'm actually against is the chance of me being a slave. That's what I actually have the energy to stop from happening, right? If they announced that they were bringing slavery back next month, right, because Elon said it was more efficient. And in the press conference, they were like, you know, for obvious reasons, black people don't have to do this one. I would be like, well, let's hear all the details before we jump to conclusions, right? We could all use a little help around the house. See, all y'all fake as shit. Cause you agree with me, but we fake now, cause young people are terrible. This is the fakest generation. Y'all just a fucking generation of HR ladies. You know this? Just walking around, that's not appropriate. Cause you young motherfuckers don't know this, but like because of y'all, the way everyone has to act now all the time, you used to only have to do that at work. You know? In the 90s, you know, you could clock out and be like, fucking ass. And it was still wrong, but you wouldn't lose your job. You know, now everybody gotta be fake, y'all. If I asked everybody in here, hey, are you cool with slavery? All y'all would be like, no, of course not. Especially if you thought I was recording you for social media. Then you gotta put a little extra on it. Preposterous. You know? You gotta really keep up your public image. But you fake as shit. You fake. Because listen, yeah, of course you'll say that you're not okay with slavery, but you live your life like you could care less. Right? There's more slaves now than ever. Slavery isn't over, it's just not here. Right? And we all benefit from it. And you know that deep down inside. That's why every time you get a good deal, you feel a little guilty. Yeah. You whisper it to people. You run out the store, my God. 10 peaches for $1. How do they do it? You know exactly how they fucking do it, don't you? You know precisely how it's done. This is what I do. I do drugs, I ponder. You know something I don't think I'm ever gonna figure out is why women don't apologize. I don't know how y'all keep getting away with it, but you're never fucking sorry. You don't apologize, you rationalize. Right? It's what most of you are doing right now instead of listening to my most likely to be brilliant take on the matter. You sitting there saying to yourself, I say sorry all the time. I say sorry more than he does. And the thing is, I give you that. I think women say sorry 1,000 times more than men do, but I'm on to you hoes. Yeah, see, you've been padding your stats and we've been letting it slide. The only reason you say sorry way more than men do is because you always saying sorry, but only when no one was asking you to apologize. Yeah, I watch you all the time. I watch you. Y'all will say sorry for existing. You will walk into a room that you definitely belong in and go, sorry. I made it. Some of you will apologize for something awesome you did. Baby, I'm so sorry. I woke up before you and made breakfast and finished the taxes. Thanks. But as soon as there's any accountability, oh, that's the new joint. Women love accountability. Before 2015, nobody said that there wasn't coaching youth sports. But I realized, like, when women say accountability, they talking about their ability to hold you accountable. As soon as you try to hold them accountable, you know, hey, babe, why did you max out the credit card and fuck my cousin? Being like, I'm a Scorpio in retrograde. I'm a rising. Patriarch. Right? And some of y'all want to dismiss this as misogyny. I can feel it. I can hear the little whispers. Misogyny. What a shocker. He's from Austin, Texas. From Austin. Misogyny. And here's the thing. This is the furthest thing from misogyny. This is actually feminism. Yeah, this is feminism at its highest level. Yeah. This is feminism at a level that your small woman brain can barely comprehend.
See, I don't know what it is like. He's funny. That you can tell that he's a funny person, but he's not the kind of person to make you laugh out loud funny. That, like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just like a younger generation comedian. That I prefer, like, high octane comedian. I prefer a comedian that just basically takes the piss out of people all day. Like, for example, Lee Evans is someone who takes the piss out of himself. He takes the piss out of things that he does with his wife, and, well, maybe the news and animals and things like that. Eddie Murphy, like, you watch him and he takes the piss out of celebrities. He does impressions and things like that and things. But I don't know, that I prefer more high octane. I prefer, I don't know, it's weird to explain that. Like, for example, Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is a lot more personalized. He talks about his life with being married with his kids and things like that, and I find it a lot more relatable, which is why I can laugh out loud a lot more to it. That, like, Lee Evans might talk about breaking down in the car, he might talk about going shopping with a wife and things like that, and the things that go wrong and everything. That Kevin Hart with his kids, and like Eddie Murphy with cookouts and everything. And I don't know, it's just this just seems like talking about things generically, not going based on personal experience, if that makes sense.
Guys, I'm kidding. We have the same size brains. Okay, that's just science. No, but this is actually feminism, and I'll prove it. I'll prove it to you. Are there any long-term couples here? Been together like, say, 7+? Anybody? You guys, how long?
16 years.
16 years. Okay, and what's your name, ma'am?
Darcy.
Darcy. And what's your name, sir?
Mike.
Mike, do me a favor, Mike. I'm gonna ask Darcy a question. Don't say nothing and don't look at her. Okay? Hey, Darcy, in 16 years, how many times have you sincerely apologized to Mike? You don't know. Okay. No. That's okay. She's on the spot. Okay, let me ask you an easier question. What was the last thing you sincerely apologized to Mike for? And that brings me to my point, right? No. Because this is why this is actually feminism. I'm gonna show you. Because I learned everything about apologies from listening to women. Right? In this modern era of social media, ever since it came about, whenever a famous man get in trouble and try to apologize in public, it be women in the comments going, that's not even a real apology. A real apology consists of A, B, and C. He's a little low on the B for my taste. Right? I've seen that comment 1,000 times. Have you? Man. And I read all them shits, because I said, you know what? I want to be a good apologizer. Right? And this is what I learned from reading all the women's comments. I learned, and ladies, correct me if I'm wrong, I learned that an apology, even if it's perfect, is meaningless if it's not followed by changed behavior. Amen? Right. So if you don't remember what you did, then you wasn't fucking sorry, were you? No. You just said sorry and walked away like, I apologize all the time. This was my ex problem. Never want to apologize. Always want to get married. When are we getting married? Be nice to me. Have you tried being nice? Yeah, it's like y'all love to demand marriage like you just owed that. Like, you're not even a good roommate. Yeah, why don't you stop planning weddings until you learn to stop putting short shit in the fridge where tall shit is supposed to be. It drives me insane. Things have a play. Every time I find a Red Bull in a butter dish, I want to bash your fucking skull in.
I can relate to that.
Seriously.
That's more the other way around though. That like with my missus, that she's very organised. She knows where she wants everything, and me, it's just thrown in. Even down to like when we go shopping, like we pay for everything. It's all on the side. She's like, let me bag it, and like the tins go with the tins, and the cold bits with the cold bits, frozen bit with the frozen bits. Mine is just, yeah, let me just grab this bag and everything here just goes straight into that bag and lift them up and one breaks and there's no balance.
Every kind of fridge at every economic level has a place for the butter. That's the one thing nobody in the world should be on the hunt for. And I heard a little whisper that who hurt him? I hate that lazy response. I'm not afraid of commitment. I'll have y'all know. I'm gonna tell y'all something that she don't even know until this airs. I bought a diamond a year before we broke up. Yeah, and she never got it because I taped it to the bottom of the Brita filter that she never read. Yeah. It's a fucking terrible. I bought a diamond a year before we broke up. Yeah, and she never got it because I taped it to the bottom of the Brita filter that she never refilled. Yeah, it's a fucking terrible woman. Listen. Yeah. That's why I think the next person I get real serious about is gonna definitely have to be a Cowboys fan, you know? Yeah, because you can tell them anything. You know? It's like, when are we getting married? This out here, babe, for sure.
I'm a West Ham fan, so.
Fuck the Cowboys.
He grew into it. He got a bit funnier towards the end, but like I said, when it comes to comedy, I'm very specific. That like, don't get me wrong. If I say that like it doesn't appeal to me or whatever, it doesn't mean to say that they're not funny. It's just to say that it's not my kind of comedy. That, like I said, I love all kinds of comedy, but it has to make me laugh. It has to make me laugh out loud. If you have watched this channel, you have seen me watch a lot of things that have had me in tears, that have had me rolling on the floor laughing, if you want to put it that way. And that's what I'm on the hunt for. And to do that, to find that, I need to go through comedy that's going to make me laugh, comedy that's not going to make me laugh so much. So yeah, so I will find it eventually, but help me out. If you've watched a lot of my videos, you know what kind of stupid comedy that I like. That send it my way. Send me suggestions and things like that and let me watch. But guys, listen, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help. And until next time, thank you for watching.